Welcome back to the second hour of World Crisis Radio. This is Webster Tarpley here in Washington, D.C. And now we want to get an update on the constitutional defense front, the question of the non-qualification of one tenant of the White House, not even sure of his name or age or place of birth. And we're going to go to Phil Berg. Phil, of course, is fresh from his latest appearance in the election ads being put on television in Arizona by Senator John McCain, where Phil figures, as he should, as one of the founders of this issue of is Obama qualified under the Constitution to serve. Welcome, Phil.
My pleasure to be on. I guess we haven't decided yet if I should fight for my commission for him airing my photo out there in Arizona. But the more it's there, the more it's discussed, the better it is for all of us. Because, again, I think the biggest problem in the country with this issue is the fact that most people in this country are not aware of the issue. And during the summer here, more people are involved with their children at camp or vacations or just enjoying themselves when we're in serious trouble in this country. And our website is obamacrimes.com. Our march is in the planning stages. I still don't have a firm date. I know people are getting frustrated with me. It looks like it's going to be in October because we now decided it's better to be closer to the election.
Bill,
because even though it's a secondary issue, it's the primary issue, but we need people focused. And
Can I ask you, what seems to be the difficulty? What is holding this up?
I'll talk to you off air on that later. Give me a call later on. There's certain problems here, but we're working on it now. We're going to firm it up, and we will have it, and we're going to promote it. We're planning to get on as many shows like yours. We appreciate you being on weekly, as many shows we can across this country to make the public aware of this situation. People are really fed up with Obama on so many issues. So many issues. Our country is not going in the direction that he promised it would go when he was campaigning. He was campaigning on change. The only change that has occurred, as far as I'm concerned, and many people are concerned, is to the detriment. But our economy is not doing well at this point. Everything, but yet he just spoke in Detroit how well the automobile industry is going. There's still billions of dollars out there in loans. The economy is not growing. But those aren't the issues. Everyone out there has different issues on Obama. And think about it, the overriding issue is the fact that if I'm correct, which I'm sure I am, and Obama, even Globe magazine now, 2 weeks in a row, has come out with more information. But what we need time or life, or we need 2020. If 2020 or one of these other major shows, Nightline, would cover this story, it would be all over for Obama. But they're still protecting him, still covering for him, and I don't know why, because it's to everyone's detriment here. The basic fact. So
let me just point out. The thing that I think is changing now, that we see this article by two Democratic pollsters, Pat Cadell and Doug Schoen, one from Carter, one from Hillary, talking about Obama now as a divisive figure. That the big thing that Obama had was he was the first black president. He was putting aside all the heritage of Jim Crow, segregation, slavery, all the shameful record and all these things. But now he's not post-racial. And if you saw him on The View with these women, he says this thing about America being a nation of mongrels. And this reminded me of what he had said right after he got elected. A couple of days later, he said, a mutt like me, a mongrel, indicating that he is a profoundly racial thinker. That is, everything is tinged with race. Otherwise, you don't talk about mongrelization, right? Mongrelization of the races was really a slogan of National Socialism. I'm amazed that he talks like this.
Well, I think he's talking like this because this is the direction, this is what his whole goal is. And what I don't understand is why he and the other money people want this new world order. It can only be to the detriment of the people, the majority of people in this country, even those that supported Obama. I mean, he talks about, and he's trying to do it, the spreading of the wealth to equalize the wealth and everything. People that work hard in this country, they really don't want to just give up everything. And how about the memo that just came out on immigration? They said, it's a working document, but it came out that basically he's talking about giving them a citizenship in this country, which is wrong, for the people that have worked hard to get where they are. And that's why we need some immigration reform. But I'm not trying to talk these various issues, but there's so many issues out there that so many people are discontent on. But the big issue is, roll back to me on October 21st, 2008, when I filed my first lawsuit. And I said at that time that Obama is not natural born. Since then, we've discovered he's not only not natural born, he's not naturalized, but he is an illegal alien. And being that, I think the case, which is still pending, the money that he received as a U.S. Senator should go back to the U.S. Treasury, and everything that he's passed into law should be voided because he is a usurper. My new word for him is he's an imposter. And wake up, America. Take a time, break from your vacations, break from your kids at camp, break from whatever you're doing, whether it's your baseball interest or coming up with football is about to start. Think about what you've done in your lifetime. Think about the freedoms in this country, which Obama is trying to undermine. He doesn't care about the Constitution, and he really doesn't. There's efforts that are working to have these. We need immigration reform. There's efforts on his part to take away guns. There's efforts to him to take away the First Amendment, which is obvious because, he has not disclosed who he is under the First Amendment. And there's a real danger in this country. And we have to stop it, and we have to do something about it. And the way to do it is to force the issue, to force Obama out of office. And we're going to do that because no matter what the D.C. Court of Appeals does or the Supreme Court, we are going to have this march, and we're working on it. And I'll talk to you at Webster afterwards, and hopefully next week we'll have it all straightened out. But we are going to have this, and we want it to be the largest march in Washington, D.C. history because it should be. Because what it is basically saying that we the people, which is the Constitution, we the people want to enforce the Constitution. We the people enjoy the rights that we have developed over the last 234 years. We the people want to thank those that have died fighting for our Constitution, those that have been wounded fighting for our Constitution, and those that are still in the service protecting our interests in this country. And we can't do it with someone like Obama who goes around the world apologizing for the United States, bowing down to the Saudi king, bowing down to the Japanese empire, bowing down to the emperor, the leader of China. This is not the way. This is not the way to have progress in this country. And wake up, America, because Obama, by his little acts here and there, what he's doing is undermining this country. And again, the best comparison is Arnold Schwarzenegger. People keep talking to him about running for president. What does he say? He says, amend the Constitution. And Barack Obama basically says, I don't care about the Constitution. I'm walking all over the Constitution. Obama stated during his campaign his administration was to be the most open, transparent administration. And he won't even show documents that he's natural born. And he can't show that. He's a fraud. He's a phony, an imposter. This is the biggest hoax against the United States of America. And we're going to be doing everything in our power. Everything in our power. So everyone, go to our website, obamacrimes.com. Please help us also raise some money to spread the word to other people around this country, and also spread this after the end of the Webster Show to everyone in your address book and new people. Send it out and ask them to send it out to everyone else. If 20 people would send it out to 20 others and 20 others, the multiplier, within a few days the whole country would know. And that's important now because if the country knew what the nonsense that was going on here, Obama would be out of office. So we have to raise the public awareness, and we're going to do that, and then we're going to make Obama produce, which he can't, or resign. And I think we can force that issue by we the people with a peaceful revolution. We want peace. We want a peaceful revolution, and that's my goal. And it's been my goal. And this is now, Webster, as you know, my 23rd month doing this, and we're approaching August, which
we'll have the second anniversary soon. Let me ask you to do one thing, Phil. You know, there's now this Tea Party caucus, the House Republicans led by Michelle Bachmann. You might want to confront them and say, if you guys are serious, why don't you put out a resolution saying Obama should produce a birth certificate like everybody else? Anyway, just an idea. We'll see you next week, Phil. Thank you.